Alive and no jokes later, man. That video from last night is so true. And I was questioning myself on it, you know. I questioned myself on the video, and it looks like I'm in a barber chair, eh? And cut off a little from the top, yeah, just a little that's here. Cut that little bit, cut a little bit from the top, but when you cut this little bit, cut it all the way down to the skin, you know what I'm saying? So I want you to take off a little bit. And here the same thing, cut it down a little bit, but just down to the skin, leaving jagged lines looking like the zebra. Yes, it was real last night. I think I looked it up, all the symptoms of a heart attack, everything about a heart attack. So now, I'm not going to the doctor yet, and if that's what a heart attack is all about, it's pretty scary, okay? Because all of a sudden, boom, what did I do wrong is the question. Boom, what haven't I completed? What was a task that I had to do today that all bipolars in the hospital are told to do? Is to complete the tasks. And that means catching up on important history. When you haven't written anything down what the afterlife for you is going to be, you make it harder on other people. Therefore, even in your dying moments, I was making it harder for others, and I had nothing actually written down. I've written it down here, I threw a paper there, I put a little coded message somewhere else, but I knew they wouldn't understand that. I wasn't sure if I wanted to die with or without my beard, you know, so I was trying to think, what was everybody going to think about me? I got to leave a good impression before I go. So these are all the things. So I'm choking there and I can't breathe, and this is what I'm thinking. But to get to that moment, like I said, I was thinking about death and what it would be like to get it on camera, fake it, just to see that when I do die, if my fake was just as good as the real death. And then my buddies will be able to do what they want with it and have fun, because isn't that what this life is all about? You leave on a good note, no? You're always leaving on one note or the other. Anyways, the one thing I wanted to come and show you is nothing. Because nothing I ever have is just a piece of paper and a pen. My gold is, I believe that my gold is my thinking. That's why when you build the golden calf, your thinking is towards the golden calf, because you're building something in likeliness of the gold. The gold is the mind. The Mayan, the mind in, the mind out, negative red, green, green and black, red and black, red and black. You know, I was in the bathtub before and I was thinking of something, and I wasn't going to come on to do a video, but I was coming on to do a video. I was thinking of doing a video, but I was in my bathtub at the same time I was doing the thinking. So actually, I was doing two things at once. But it's easy. When you see, there's one thing in this world that's easy. Very simple for everybody, okay? If you can, okay, get the moment to repose, which means to lie back on a couch, okay, and think. You are now doing two things at once, and doing them both pretty good, my couch potato, okay? You're getting something inside while you lie down on the ground. So anyways, what are we going to go? Row A, row B, row C. This is not what I wanted to show you. Neither is this. I don't remember what I wanted to show you. Oh, did I show you this part on cancer? Look. 6 and 9. Okay. Go to your deck of cards, quick. Take out a jack, take out a queen. Tell me if the hair looks like this one or it looks like this one. Or is it turning up again? The 11 means this goes to here, this goes to here, and in between, there one, look at the letter it creates, the letter I. The heaven is in between 6 and 9. To create this 11, I've got a story for you. A very interesting story. What chapter are we on? Wait a second. Who's reading my book right now? Who's the first one to read? It's you in the back. No, not you watching, the one behind you. You think you're alone here? The reflections and the energies, okay? Before you have even looked at the page, that book has already been written by me and has been read by the Matrix. The minute it comes out of my mouth, before it's even uploaded into YouTube and out to you, this story is already documented in the heavens. That's how fast they are. From the breath, when you take a breath and you say breath, I feel it cold on my hand. I feel it pushing the air away. So that means if you're pushing the air away, it creates the coolness. Why? I don't know how it works, but what I understand is the separation has to do something with water molecules. And water molecules are usually a certain temperature cooler than the others. Not only that, all the molecules that make up the matrix, okay, are all connected to an outsource. We all have radiators in our car. Well, these electrons are always radiated and keep them cool. That's why you'll always find rain cooler than the air that it falls within. Yes, it will feel hot, but water, when it's wet, right, it always seems to give that hidden effect, just like the coolness in the wind. That's why when the wind blows in the wintertime, it's blowing through that water. It's making that water, it's giving a temperature to that water, because it's usually always going to run warm a little bit. I did something, I wrote something. Okay, listen to this. 9 times 9 is 81. It's the highest digit, okay? Now the reverse of 81, okay, is 18. 18 and 81 equals 99. Now, another one. 9 by 8 is 72. Okay, because 9 by 9 is the same number. How many numbers did I say the first time? 9 by 9, it's one number, right? Okay, just follow me, okay. 8 by 9, which are the two highest together numbers, is 72. The reverse of 72 is 27. That would be 3 by 9. So now, okay, the only way to reduplicate 9 by 9 is only with a 9, so that would be a 9 and a 9 and a 9, which gives you 27, which gives you the response to the second answer. Always add a 9 on, and it'll give you the answer to the next answer below the next answer. 9 will always bring you to always the multiple of the 9, because it always goes down 1. So it always connects to the next one in line. Then what we're going to do is 72 is 8 by 9. Reverse that is 27. Again, 99. Bring that 99 to 1010. Okay, because everybody knows 99 is actually 66. I'm going to explain that to you soon. Okay, so now, what do we do at 99? Well, bring 99 to 11. It brings it to a 1010. 9 and 1 is 10, 9 and 1 is 10. Okay. Now what you want to do to it is tie it up, go to the bathroom, and get rid of it. Because it ain't no good. Because the 21st day of every single month, the girl has her period. That's what the 9 is all about. It's about the birth. So nothing misses. It hits all the numbers. Birth gets you all the numbers. Okay, that's why it's 9. That's why I do everything by 9. Anyways, now 9, okay, 99, which to 1010 is 11. Okay, 11 equals, guess what? 23. How many times have I said 23 already? Is anybody writing this down? That's right. 11 equals 23. The first reason is, on a pair of dice, okay, 23 and 11, okay, is 34. 3 and 4 are the opposites. On dice, it's a 7. It's a connecting island. Okay. So now we're going to work with 23. But that's not the only reason, because 23 is a backdoor number to get to 11, and I'm going to show you how. 2 times 3 is 6. 2 plus 3 is 5. 5 and 6 is 11. So I just created from 23 number 11, and which was brought to 99 from 1010, and in fact, which all started out as a 9 times 8 reverse 2 times 8, bringing all the numbers to 1010 in this instance. So now what you have to do is when you bring 89, okay, that we've already done, before I even start, if we bring it to a 1010, 89, we get 21. Any two numbers together, 34. Okay, excuse me, 89. Let's finish with 89. So we get 89. Okay, 8 and 9 is 17. 1 and 7 means it is the 8 heaven. So that means the 9 and the 8, okay, the 9 would be the birth. The 8 is the heaven that makes it go around. 9 and 8. That would mean, to make it 1010, that Mercury and Venus would be the 10-10 planets. And both of those 10-10 planets don't have moons. And first of all, I want to tell you something about Mercury and Venus, which, dum-da-da-dum, something science does not know. Something never heard before. Mentioned, looked at, understood, projected, and seen. But Mercury and Pluto do not run the same solar system circular thing that you think. 2, 4, 6, 8 run a circular vision. Okay? 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, just like every game you've played, every place you've parked your car, whatever, whenever, however your mind is thinking. That's the way it is. Now the question is, I'm going to have to back that up because I forget what I said. What did I say? Yes, 1 and 2. Yes, yes. Hey, Mercury! We're neighbors, right? But they're your backdoor neighbors. Okay? They live to the right of you, but they're on another street. Mercury and Venus are not on the same street. Somehow they are divided. So if you do science, look for the division between Mercury and Venus. You know, the funny thing is, the sun is on everybody's street. Because don't forget, we play in between floors, elevators. It's in between elevators. It's crazy. I've learned it in movies somewhere before, but it comes back, not because of my thought about this, but yes, the way I think now will bring back a lot of inceptions from thoughts I thought never had any meaning before. That meant nothing, which means a lot, because nothing has to be classified. This nothing that you say is no good and good for nothing, you classify it in your mind, and if you don't throw it out, I mean, it's not like in the house. You can put anything in you want in your mind and just reuse it again. So, it's pretty weird, eh? You ever see the all-seeing eye, the Egyptian one right here? Here's the eye. You see this part that goes down? This is one side of that, right? I think they call it the ankh. Here's the other side of it. It's the 6 and the 9. It's the Cancer. It's the two sides. Why is it the Cancer? Because this side's alive and this side can die. This side in between, it's just the game. But this is what's in the game, you. This is your angel. Your angel don't die. It's in the game, but it's cut off on the winning side. You're cut off. And look, 2 stripes. You must be on the correctional center side. Swinging this around and making it look like an F. Swinging it around and making, if it was the crossings in a 7. Okay? Everything has a position. Everything has a place. Here's another thing. 2 and 5. 2 different worlds. 5 is an in-between world. Okay? 5 is in between. So making this in between, automatically, this elevator, this is an elevator on the even floor. This is the in-between elevator. This is the 8 on the bottom. She cuts between odd and even. So odd and even can make creation. When you're even and even, you're only a connection. 2, 4, 6, 8 is only a connection. You can draw a diamond with 2, 4, 6, 8. You can make a circle. You can make an egg. You can do anything you want. You can figure skate an 8. I mean, you go around and around. It doesn't matter how, if you go around if you go around the Rubik's Cube, you're still going around. So does it matter if it's actually round or not? Round and round we go, up and down. Nobody knows, even Steven. All these games and riddles that I talk about for you, just to make up a little bit of time. And I like to be here sometimes so that you're sitting and just saying, okay, what is he going to say next? What's next coming? Well, of course, baseball. I brought this up before. Look, tic-tac-toe. They say in baseball, how do you throw the ball? Well, follow the tic-tac-toe and follow the lines, the way the lines go. See? The lines go this way and then this way. You see the way they flutter against each other? So if you throw it that way, it's got to happen that way. It's all in the lines. Yes, so what I was going to do here was, so I did the 7, I told you. The other thing, you know what? Tomorrow's Sunday, so I should probably spend my day with my son. I was sort of really asking, not telling. But then on Monday, it's my day. Sunday would be for my son. Monday would be in French, mon, which would either be mountain or my. So Monday would be my day, and Tuesday, well, Tuesday is like chosen, choose. So if I had to choose something, I'd choose that the day I wanted to be my day would be Monday. So that means Tuesday would be a choosing day for what I'm going to have a free day as next week. So therefore, you get that day to choose your weekend. But then you're done Tuesday, you go to Wednesday. Wednesday is actually the third day of the week, okay? And nothing is actually longer on one line than 1, 2, 3, A, B, C. That's as far as it goes. So that would be the Omega day. So that would be a miracle because it would stop on Wednesday and start on Wednesday again. Therefore, if you're telling two separate stories, they would seem to start on a Wednesday on one. When they finished on a Wednesday and the other, the two stories went together. You end up with Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. You've got 8 days a week. And then you got Thursday, and Thursday everybody is thirsty. Oh my God, I'm so thirsty, but I can't buy anything to drink. I have no money. It's a Wednesday. It's a day of miracles because I pray that on Thursday, the day of thirst, that I would get my paycheck. And then I can go to the water pump and pump some water. You know, but I was out in the hills or with Moses 3,000-4,000 years ago. I saw him get water right there. They took water for the lambs, and Moses got fed water, so it didn't cost him a cent to cross the desert. Them days are gone, right? And then we had over and we had Thursday, and oh my God, what a day it was. It was a celebration night. It was a thankful night. It was a grateful night because it was the night, the only night that you would have actually to yourself before you have Saturday night. And that's for the reason that on Friday we have to pray to God and thank God for everything that we got the rest of the other days that we didn't think about God, but we always think about God because otherwise we don't have tomorrow. Because He is our breath and He is the water that bestows in our body. So then we go over to Friday, and well, that's chicken day. That's a fried egg day. Fried day. Well, that's the way I look at it. In French, they don't say day, they say vendredi. D means either 10 or it means to talk. So anyways, we get a Friday, and it's fried, and it's a fried egg because we're all a bunch of chickens that went through the whole week, and we finally arrived at the day, or at the Sabbath night on the 6th night, the day of man, number 6. Since the egg is the 15th letter in the alphabet, and 1 and 5 is 6, it is the day 6. The F letter is a Friday. It is the month of February, the only month with only 28 days, what regulates in 1 every 4 years. We have the extra day for Y, 21. Creation angel. I'll explain that in another video. I can show you everything about 21. 21 is fantastic. In fact, I remember and I forget about 21 so many things that I must know a lot more than I actually remember right now, and that's obviously why I'm not telling you anything about 21, but to the fact that the first and the second planet, Mercury and Venus, are 21, and their 10-10 count is 89, which is Neptune and Pluto. So therefore, like I said before, Venus and Mercury don't need any moons because the moon we use is used from Pluto. And you know what I think? Somehow there must be little islands on Pluto that they send from Pluto all the way to Saturn and to Jupiter, which gives us a marking of Pluto, because Pluto's the 9th planet. The heaven is Neptune. So it's got to be, if Neptune was to one side and we were to the other, that would make us on Saturn. But we are of Saturn. The Martians are angels. They are of Mars. We have to come together. What do you do? Hello. What do you do? The question is like this. If God's man's ass, Uranus, 7, we can be there. But the opposite of that is Earth 3, and we're supposed to be there. But we're in the creation world, and we're supposed to be in a creation number. Okay? The creation number, to create no worlds, only belongs to the one Fagali, number 5. It's the only one. But that's the transformer universe. Because all those moons. Okay, 1 moon, 2 moons, don't worry about. The word is out that when one man notices and understands the system, all the moons can disappear. As long as it was written down once by someone that he notices and took effect and idea into doing something with what he thought in his thoughts and what he saw and what he heard with his ears. And that's part of what the creation is all about. No one remembers, no one sees. It's been a long, long, long time ago. Don't you remember? You loved it, you waited for it, it was a hope and a dream, and it came, and it's coming to you right now. Whoops, you got it. It's everything in life. You now believe that life is forever and you never die. Whoop, it's 10,000 years later. That dream is all fucked up because, you know, sometimes you just don't want to be on Earth. Well, that 10,000 year demand to stay here again is what kept you here, and now you don't want to be here anymore. So you see, at what point can we find that we're always satisfied? Well, the basis of this operation of thought is to be like this. You can always think, Okay, that's shit. You know, this is a crazy place, but I gotta live here. I live here. How do I justify and fix to live into the system? Problem is, and what we're so lucky about, it seems like this system can never be fixed, and that's why Christ has to come, because once one side wins and there's one banker and all the rest, now either A, they kill us all, B, we work for their prices, we live on their land, they give us just enough of everything, we never get any more, and that's good enough. But the people who want to grow, okay, like they say the Masonaries, the Illuminatis, or whatever they are, whoever they are, I don't care. Good luck, guys. Wish them all good luck, my friends. Because the harder they try to win, the smarter I'm going to get. I have to get smarter. I'm the yin and they're the yang. One push me, shove me, pull me. No. When the strong, you see, they're the opposition. The demon is the opposition. When he gets strong, he makes Christ get strong. He's not part of the same yin-yang, Christ. He's in the center where the sun is, where no matter how you balance things off in the sun, you only have to move one arm. That's how the clock works. The seconds, XX seconds go and tick. You don't need the arm to move between the seconds from the minutes, because it's this bottom one that's turning to 60 seconds, and you only have to move the 1 minute. Just like the big arm only has to move by the 5 minutes. And that's why the 5 minutes of the big arm would actually say 11 of 11 on the clock is 5 minutes of the Earth time, which comes out to 1.25. Okay? If you multiply that again, it comes out to 625. And those are the two bottom numbers of the Mayan count, in which in the first one they put 5, 125, and the other one they put 25, 625. It's all by 5, it's all by 10. It's in Monopoly, it's out there, my friends. It is out there. I can guarantee you the answer is out there. If you put together a few games and a few more games, okay, and you separate them, you put them together, you see what fits, what doesn't fit, what angle it goes on. Okay, how many people can play? Do they use, like in Monopoly, all gray stones? Have you ever noticed that? Monopoly is actually, you want the wheelbarrow? Which color you want? It's gray. But no, isn't it like a pewter? Which game did we have? Maybe we're all separate games, but the one I have in my vision is the one made of pewter. Little wheelbarrow. Okay, so Monopoly had everything to do with gray, which reminds me again of Hacker City. Whether this is true or not, I'm adding this because I like it. Every time I look at the horses, okay, in Australian racing, and Dubai racing, and New Zealand racing, wherever there's racing out there, it's always gray to me. Because every time I look at my TV, I can't see the numbers. I don't have my glasses on. Therefore, there's an element of energy inside New Zealand or Australia that's blocking out my proton reach of my eye between the screen and the other camera taking the picture. Okay, it's the lighting the way it is. So there's something there that's different than in all other 99 racetracks I look at. So what does that mean? If you're a criminal, but you cause no crime, you go to New Zealand, you go to Australia, you cause no crime. Your crime was doing something that you didn't know, that was right in 88 other states, but it was wrong in one. You stuck your gum to the bottom of the chair. That's all you did. And they cut your finger off. How deep do we have to dig before the spade and the club come out? Do you know what a spade is? A spade is all about the beat, because at one end it got a point, and it points its story right inside, and it sucks out that pollen. And it gives from one and it takes from other, and it flies around. But man comes around with his club. The club, the bee. Kills the bee, kills the cards, because the bee is all about the two sides. The two sides and stingers of the bee. The two sides of the card, the jack and the king and queen, you turn them over. The slanted hat of the queen, creation. The flat jack hats of the kings. The hats of the kings put underneath the letter, of gamma or a V, okay, ends up making the ace. The leg of the ace that separates the two sides. Did you ever think about this with the ace? Take out the middle stick with the ace, turn the ace upside down, put the stick underneath it. What do you have? You have a Y. Now you go over to the V and you bring God over to the V. Why do you bring God to the V? Because God is the spirit. He should always be with the V, which means life. So God is one, or the exclamation point. So you grab the exclamation point or the one, and you run all the way to the V, and you plug it up the V's ass. And it becomes a Y. Split apart the W in French, they call it two V's. Split apart the W, take two ones, okay, one for the angel and one for man, and plug it up both the V's ass. You got two more Y's. If you slant over part or one arm of the N on each side, you would have another Y slanted on another angle. Now, what I'm talking about now, it has to be done in 4 squares. It has to be done in 4 squares equally to make everything equal and even, so that the dimensions of the curvatures are fine. Because according to what I understand, it should be, if you cut it to 4 squares, if I'm right, it should be a 45 degree angle. It's either 45 degrees or 22.5 degrees or 11.25 degrees, or you know, because those are the way it works. It works in groups of 1s, it works in groups of 2s. It's 1 and 2, it's 2 and 1. 10, 10 is 89, and you got to go through the whole sequence, my friends. So we got to 21 before, which was everything, right? 2 times 1 is 2. 2 plus 1 is 3. 2 times 1 is 2. 2 plus 1 is 3. 3 and 2 is 5. 3 and 2? Oh no, reverse that. It's 23. And again, 21 creates 23. Alpha, beta makes beta create inside this world. Don't tell me number 23 hasn't been said 3 times today. Why am I counting? I need to hire my credibility on the impulse knowledge that I have. Also, so minute. It is a connecting knowledge. It doesn't go any further. It doesn't get any bigger. It stays very small all the time. The only thing that grows, okay, is the inside of the center. As the pieces of the puzzle fit into the exterior, I no longer need to see the exterior. All I need to do is keep creating within the interior and then throw it out to wherever it belongs. If there's something there, it'll just come back. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's creation. You create for a fact, you create for somewhere. You're not just creating from the top of your head, you're creating for a reason. Your body is 1/4 of who you are. The spade is 1/4 of who you are. The club is 3 parts of your mind, but 1/4 of who you are. The diamond spirit matrix, the connector, is only 1/4 of who you are. But you cannot function without a motor. A motorhead, your heart, the center controlling station for all thoughts. The brain may think, but it operates what? Does the brain operate something, anything at all? The obligations of the Lord, once you drink his water and smell and breathe in his air. The heart takes care of all distribution. It's large, and it's got something going in and out constantly and fast, and it's always monitored for the highs and the lows of the blood pressure. The high intensity of man thinking and being confused and worried and trying as much as he can to get rid of his energy back up to God, as God puts in the energy at 80/130. That is your thinking pattern, and it's your mind that causes your lower and higher blood pressure, also involved with the rest of your body, of course, that gets involved. Why? Why does your body get involved? Because your body somehow is involved with the blood. Blood, involved with the food you eat. But the heart is the part that sends it apart. Your heart is apart from all. And then again, there's 2 elements in your body that hold your blood. Can you tell me what 2 elements these are? One element, in fact, is the veins and vessels all over. But the major element that holds your blood is your caca, because that's where it all goes. Your blood manufactures and takes care of all the elements that disintegrate the food you eat. Then it puts it out the door after it's verified again by the heart in liquid blood. They send it out to the back end. That blood is brown. It's sometimes darker, but brown, okay, under the lights. And with the right water mixture, will turn, in fact, red. It will also turn black. Ingredients are mixed and manufactured from within, and the excrement, or the excretions, or whatever, the depletions of the bowels, are expropriated. You've got two hearts. Mom, I gotta go to the bathroom. Mom, I gotta go to the bathroom. That heart, you got a little control. You can swing that heart around. She's a good heart. And when you bend over, you see your ass. Usually a good-looking woman's ass, it's a heart. And the ace represents perfection. So that's the way it goes in that area. What else? Where are we? I wanted to show you something. Yes, this is going to be a little complicated unless I can show you properly. Okay, right here. Okay, do you see this? You see this star over here? You see that one line? You see there's an X here? I'm going to split the X in half. You see I split the X in half? I only have a V, okay? So what I did is I put a square in this corner in pen, square in this corner in pen, a square in this corner in pen, a square in this corner in pen. Then I put, not an X, it's the letter R, but they're facing each other, so this R and this R, the arms turn into an X here, 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 and here. Now what I want to show you about this is, do you see the V part here? Well, this is a Betamax cassette. Do you remember the old time cassettes? This is the way it's set up. This is the reader over here. This line that goes through this reader, okay, connects on your phone 3, 6, and 9, okay, 3, 6, and 9. This line that goes through it reads who you are. You are 1, 3, 7, and 9. The 2, 4, 6, 8 is the heaven of your mind. It reads who you are. So it reads off of this V down here, the V here that's in pen you don't see, and the V here. It's a T because it goes to the 9 and it goes to the 3. And why do I know this? Because the primary part of roulette, when you play roulette, is 1 to 9. They're evenly separated. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 are all red. That's really your body and how your body works. The rest of it is part of the game. Okay, this is the one body, this is the 10 world, this is the way it works. Okay, so what happens is while I'm explaining to you this, okay, 5, 10, 15, 20. Now the X part shows because your angel is also with you, so you go 5, 10, 15, 20. Makes the world of 40. Now this T here is a line that goes up connecting this, and this line over here is the energy of Christ that comes to here that gives the power of the two sides and at the same time releases the information back on the top. You see the black outline? It's releasing the information on the back side. It's coming here and it's releasing it out here. You see the T? This is the transmission. CAT, CAT, Communication Angel Transmission. Anyways, this star over here, because it's two angels, okay, it's right over here. You see the X here, right over here? That's the same star. You see it? And that's connecting the Christ energy. That's why it's like that. It shows that star. That's the star on the telephone, okay? The cat's life, well, this is all the cat's life. This is the pound key. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is actually the queen, okay? Why the angel resident and the R letter is so superior? Because the H is for God in the heavens, and the B is for beta system, which also represents the B. What this is here, okay, is it's the letter R, okay, with one line down. It's the letter P, excuse me. So you see the letter P? And this is like the queen's tail. All those tails on the P, B, D, U, they all have to do with the Q2. So we did Sunday, we did Monday, Saturday. Pretty cool, eh? The way God's day is chosen on Saturn's day, he moves us over. You see, to go to God's day on the Sabbath, you have to go to his house. So he calls it Saturn day, Saturday. So does that, he calls it Saturday because he comes to our house, Saturn? So maybe we are on Saturn. Maybe communication is in Jupiter. Maybe our angel is on Mars. Mars to Jupiter, man to Jupiter. We connect together in the middle there, and then our energy comes back from there. No. Why would we go there if we're going to meet? Why doesn't the energy meet at the same place? Why doesn't the body and the energy meet at the same place? So we meet, God's home is Uranus, because that's the opposite of Earth. God's real home to the Earth angels is Uranus. Home to the Martians, okay, has no home. It's a schoolhouse. And they play with 6. Man, which is Saturn. They send their energies to Jupiter. Saturn has 60 moons, sends their energies to Jupiter. Jupiter connects with every other planet. Okay, that's the way it works. Man gets 1, God gets 8. It's 8 for 1, 81, right? You understand? God gets 8, man gets 1, 81. 81, 9 times 9, 81. 3 by 3 by 3 by 3. Okay, so so that would make them. But again, we have a central circuit, which I would call, let's say, a reboot. You know, reboot the program. So wouldn't that where it would be Fong would be center of the universe being Jupiter. So we're transmitting all this, and then there would be mainframe, but Dot and Frisket and Bob and Enzo. And by the way, Enzo is the alpha omega of the alphabet, that name. Neo, Enzo, all these 3-letter words. E, passage. N, passage. O, egg, 5, 6, 5. So, where were we at? There's so many things. Oh, yes, something small. Something small. I hate when the computer doesn't do it. What, I have to show it like this? Okay, you see the 1, 2, 3, 4, the 1, 2, 3, 4? The center one is 5. If the center one was 5, on the top row, you'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now you see 4, 5. Or in the bottom row, you'd have 4, 5 the opposite way, the Hebrew way. The Hebrew way, our way, the English way, the Hebrew way. This says the fox, the cunning fox. This way says love. 54, 45. What do we got? 99. How do we get from 99? 9 times 9 is 81. 1 and 8 is 9. 9 times 9 is 81. 9 plus 9 is 18. Wow, same thing. Keep getting the same thing. Anything with 9 is fine. Okay, so let me see if I have anything else to show you. I did this, I did that. I wanted to show you a game piece. When you want something about communication transmission, this is the basic communication transmission. It gets plugged into this. This is like Tetris. This goes from here. This is the letter 2 P's together. This gets plugged into this. And then you have 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, 9. You have no 4 and you have no 8. This is a 6 world. Somehow we need to create 6 worlds. It's got to be combinations of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, combinations of 1, 2, 3, 6, 5, 4, a box of 1, 2, 7, 5. These are all kinds of things we must do just with our digits. Okay, so we take this. This is what I call C. You see the way it looks like a C? Okay, when you put this in here, it ends up looking like an A, like an ace. But anyways, I call this communication angel transmission. It's the basic 9 waves, 9 cats' lives. 9 cats' lives, if they would explain it to you properly, 9. Did you hear what I said? 9. Cats' lives, 9. They're not talking about his 9 lives. They're talking about the 9, all about the 9. 9 and talking about lives. Cat is communication angel transmission. Dog, division of the egg world and the division of the game. Excuse me. Whoa! the word queen. I found 3 other things related to 622.6. Okay, I'm on a streak. Somebody's got to write this down. It's somewhere in my books. I'm going to try and find out where it is. I'm not sure. Did you understand this spider web here I made? This would be the euro, and this would be the other euro. This would be the God center, the G point, right? This here is the 2 lines that go through the euro. The trains, from here to here, it's a train. It takes 5. From here to here, it takes 5. From here to here, it takes 5. From here to here, it takes 5. This is the Monopoly board. Okay. I didn't do 2 more out here. I could have did down here this and this, but then I couldn't explain it. This is the corners. Go to jail, visit jail, free parking. But your free parking, you have to go to the center here to get the money. This is 5. This means 5, okay? You get $500 when you get in there, which is 10 times 50 in the game, okay? Here is go. You get $200 at go because you get into the game for free and they pay you 10 times what beta is worth, 20, the beta world. $200 here, $500 here. Here, it costs you 1 move to get into the game. And to make up that move, they gave you 2 dice, okay? Here, it took 5 to get from here to here. That's 10, and that's who you are, 10. So if you play just around the board and go once to the center, you've hit 55 freedom, because that's where it's all at. That the game was all about reaching here, okay? Game all about reaching here, and you collect that 500, you got freedom, you got more cash. They give you more cash for the game. So 45 to here, and then you go back would make it 50. So that's why they say the 50 years of what do you call it? The Beatles and love and all that is based on many things. And one of the reasons is that because you must get free parking. It's part of the game, and it counts for 10. Okay, and you must get it. It's part of the love of life to get free parking. The free parking is the freedom spirit. Free parking, my friends. When you get a spot in life where you're not judged any more than anybody else. In this life, like I said, and I started to talk about Australia and New Zealand, and I don't know who and how they manipulate, but New Zealand and Australia, you guys are in what they call a hot wire situation. Okay, you are gray. It means if you do a good thing, it might be evil somewhere else, and they might want to come and get you. Okay, the wiring in your area being gray tells me that there's a lot of black and white going on around you, and that means a lot of bullshit. Okay, there's a lot of crap going on around you. I don't mean anybody beside you, but if it is beside you, I mean just clean it up. Don't worry, just like me, my cat just shit on the floor beside me. You know, there it is. Stinks, eh? So if you want to hack, this game is all about hackers. Terminator, they picked up John. He was a hacker. They hire hackers at these big companies to help them to fix the problem. They hire them not because they want to fix their problem, but because the governments asked that to be solved. So that's what they did. So they gave all these hackers legitimate stuff and paid them big salaries to now hack for the other people to make sure nobody can hack here just because somebody hacked there. So the hacker seems to be a problem. So therefore, if the hacker is a problem for the government, 1 plus for man. 1 huge plus for man. When you screw up communication, my friend, you screw up the mail. Okay? So it's time that we interfere with the systems to slow them down so we can catch up to see exactly. Because the minute somebody gets pushed and rushed and blocked, they jump and they do things really quick, showing an action that they should have showed not for months and months. They're showing it right away because you caused them to make the action now. Now, right away, you can reflect, because the worse the action, the less you're going to care about exactly certain things of what you're going to do, because you have no more choice. When the choice is taken away from you and they start to choke you, it says in the Bible, if they start to choke you, you're allowed to remove them. Now, if they cause the effect that when you do remove them, they get hurt because they do not want to be removed, then it's like a leech. And leeches, they say you must burn them off. So therefore, that's what you must do. Somehow you must burn them off, cut them off. So right away, you're into badass action. And you had no choice because the Bible said, burn off the leech, burn off the bloodsucker. It's come to a time where you have to understand, I am someone from a place far away from anybody else's thoughts. My imagination is not based on really how I'm thinking, but how I vision how everybody else is thinking. I'm trying to see inside everybody else's mind by little its and bits and drabs, and then adding a little bit of color of my own. But for now, if you want to know, is anything truth? Have you ever listened to chapter 10:15? 10:15 is a time that most people are so confused about, but they really never say anything about it. Or how about 3:15? Okay, because 3:15 says creation, an egg, and 10:15 says I am the egg. And we are the people. Let us stay strong, however it shall be. I gotta go out and get a pack of cigarettes. Will I die on you? You know what? In all reality, what do I see right now in the world? Looks calm to me. Haven't turned my TV on in over a year and a half. So what do you think I can see? How are my visions? All my visions come from not watching TV. So then, am I watching too much YouTube? Am I on Facebook too much? I'll tell you right now, I'm ready for a snooze. Take care.